Hi friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Rosey. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on my video, and if you are returning, also thank you for clicking on my video. I really appreciate it. This week I am using this Monsters Inc. Back to School like Monsters University inspired kit from Sticky Essentials. I am pulling in a lot of foil wiggles from Scroll Prints Co., foil overlays from Sticky Essentials. This was one of those spreads that I had over 2 hours of footage, almost 2.5 hours of filming footage for. So the fact that I managed to get it down under 35 minutes is insane. I did something different with this video, and I really went through it with a fine-tooth comb and edited out, or tried to edit out, any of those long awkward times where I'm doing something off camera. And I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do this every week when I edit, but let me know how you like it, because I am trying to always improve my quality, and I did get a new iPhone, so I'm trying to figure out like filming on that as well. I have been filming more zoomed in on my day by day in hopes that that is better and higher quality for you. If you hear me making any noise, it's because I'm dusting off my laptop as I'm sitting here filming this voiceover. I have realized how dusty it is, and my OCD just like couldn't take it anymore. So I did end up choosing this blue washi strip to pull in with it. I just had these blue and green ones in my collection, and the reason why I went with the blue one is because I only had the green foiled bows and the purple bows. I had used my blue foiled bows, and I had used the green like confetti part of the wiggle, and I had both parts of the purple. And I knew I wanted to use all three of these foils, 2 on the bottom and then 1 across the top, so I just decided this was the way I was going to do it. I was going to put the green foil on bottom and the blue one at the top. And I struggled with this bottom washi a lot. First I cut it too thick, then I cut it too thin, and now it's just too thick. But I wasn't going to try to cut it again and risk it, so I just left it the way it was. And then I had some issues over here with this bottom washi overlay strip. I did peel it up, and it did peel up some ink, but it wasn't too bad because this pattern does have white in it, so you can't even really tell that I had pulled up any of the ink, which is always a good thing. I felt more comfortable risking it with that pattern just because I figured it would blend in, but there are some creases in this like overlay that I can see in person. They might not pick up on camera, but they're there. So here I'm just going to cut one of these taller boxes from the kit to be the size of a full box. I am blonde, so I wanted to be narcissistic and use the one that looked most liked me. That wasn't proper English, but we are moving on because it happens. And if I have the option of a box that looks like me, I'm going to use it and not let it go to waste. So yeah, that is why I did that. Here I was excited because I thought I had exactly the amount of boxes I needed without needing to use a day extender, but it turns out I counted wrong, and I ended up needing to include a foldable anyways. You'll see me figure that out and make like rawr, I'm frustrated hands in a little bit. This was one of those plan with me's that just had issues. There were the rawr hands. This was one of those plan with me's that just had issues. It was not smooth. You will see I pull things up and reposition things a lot, so if that is annoying to you, I am really sorry, but we all have our off days. I feel like I reposition things a lot because I always want things to be spaced out properly. I feel like there's just a little bit of clutter in this spread, not a ton though. I mean, as far as how I like my spreads to look, again, this is one of my favorite spreads of all time. So here I am pulling in these Sticky Essentials underlay boxes, and I really hope that they're not about to mow the lawn outside, because that would really be a bummer. They are in a hollow foil. I decided to also throw in hollow as the core foil with these because I didn't feel like using the half-cut headers that I had in either left over in the green or in the purple pack. Half-cut headers are just a pain in the butt, and I was already having enough of a issue with this spread. As you'll see here, I cannot get this box straight because it turns out that the glitter header isn't straight, which it took me a while to figure out. So I just, in my heart, I knew I just didn't want to deal with those, and I thought the dark purple might be too overwhelming. Plus, I wanted to pull in hollow. I just thought it would be a nice pop, and I had some hollow scripts that I wanted to use this week, and it just worked. So we have 4 different metals this week. Really super over the top, but it is my last semester as a student. I am very hesitant saying that because it just feels like it's not true, because my Colts school, whatever you would like to call it, has lied and, you know, screwed me over so many times that I just kind of don't, like, I don't think it's real. But that's why I decided to use this kit this week, is because it was Disney themed. As you know, I'm trying to use a lot of Disney kits again this year. I just love it, and it brings me happiness. I know Disney kits are not everybody's thing, so I apologize, but this one obviously had really back to school vibes since it was like Monsters University themed. And for my last semester, I just thought that this was perfect to use for the start of the semester and maybe make it suck just a little bit less. And once again, I realized the glitter header was crooked. I had issues with those green glitter headers, apparently. Just like I'm having issues with talking today. I am looking at the spread in front of me, and you guys are going to, when I do the full box overlays, you guys are going to see me cut a lot of them up to get mixed metals on a lot of boxes, and that's going to be really fun. I do include a really good close-up at the end of this video of how my planner turned out, so make sure you hang around till the end or fast forward until the end if you would like to see a close-up so you can see those overlays better, because I know it can be kind of difficult to see zoomed out, which is why I have been trying to remember to include close-ups at the end of my Plan With Me's. I know people have been saying that they've been liking it, so I really appreciate the positive feedback. I've also been trying to put stickers on my arm off camera like this so that I can go through it faster and it doesn't take up as much time. I'm really trying to work on the whole time aspect and make my life possibly easier or possibly harder. It requires more editing in the end. Ultimately, I decided to use this box that was on the washi page in the sidebar because I had a Simply Watercolor Co. foil sheet that is Monsters Inc. themed, and it has a quote box that says "We scare because we care," and then it has 3 other full box overlays that have Mike, Sully, and Boo on them. And I knew I wanted to use the Scare Because We Care box in the sidebar, and I just thought that that box, since it was primarily white with all the papers, was the box that the quote was going to be most legible against. I didn't want to put it over the Cup with Mike because I love it too much, and I didn't want to put it over the books or Sully, so I just figured that white worked best. And the W of the quote box actually does cover up the little Mike Wazowski's keychain's eye, and I think it's funny because, you know, his eyes are always getting covered and he's always getting cut off in advertisements and stuff, so the little nerd in me, he got kind of a kick out of this. So here you see me creating a extender for the sidebar so I can include all of the gorgeous full boxes just because I had to. They are so stunning. I just love them. And like I said, I wanted to include them all, and I thought I really suck at counting. Thought I was going to be able to do it, but yeah. No, here we are, adding in another extender. I swear the bottom side of that planner is going to be, of this planner is going to be so thick because I've done it every week in this planner so far, and this is the 3rd week. Oops. So here I'm just getting out some full box overlays to start to try to figure this out. because obviously I'm a perfectionist. So here I'm putting the Mike Wazowski full box peeping up there because it says put that thing back where it came from, and then it stops and the full quote is or so help me, and I just thought I wanted him on that box. Then I put Sully coming upside down from this box here. I just thought putting him at a different angle, doing stuff kind of expected was funny. And then I wanted to put Boo with Sully because, you know, she calls him Kitty, and I don't know, I just wanted them together. I almost wanted to put her on the weekend because there is kind of like a dead area on the far right side of that box in my opinion, but I didn't. So here I'm just putting in some other overlays from my Wiggles. Some of them I'm cutting, and some of them are, the blue ones are the old like photo corners that used to come in Wiggles. So I put that one on the box that has the Mike Wazowski overlay and the planner on Friday. On the sidebar right here, I'm using one of the green foiled overlay boxes, and I put a green foiled overlay box on the inside of the sidebar as well. I was trying to use up the rest of those because honestly this green foil is kind of hard to pair with things, and I just want to use as much of it as I could. So I'm going to cut some of these up, as you'll see, to put pieces of it like down in this corner to kind of make it a little more foily without covering Boo because I didn't want to cover her. So onto the sidebar. I'm using an overlay tape from Sticky Essentials that was designed by Dalila to be specifically for double boxes, and there's something about the way this looks. Again, in the close-up, make sure you look for it because it looks fantastic. So now I'm just going around and varying overlays between the boxes, whether I be putting them on full or cutting them up. I cut a lot of them up and kind of hacked them to make a mixed metal look. I'm not going to go into detail of like what is specifically on each box. You guys can again view it in the close-up, or when I post pictures of this on my Instagram feed, it's just RoseyPlans like it is here. You guys can see it like more closely there, and in the day by day as well. I was gonna individually like tell you what was on each box, and I felt like it got really wordy and redundant and it was just all over the place. So this week was a weird week for me. First weeks of school are always weird. The first day of school is always weird. I'm just not a fan of the whole going over the syllabus and here's everything that you need to do for the entire semester. I find it super, super overwhelming, and this was an odd first week of school because most of my classes land on a Monday, and as I'm filming this voiceover, it is Monday the 18th, so it's Martin Luther King Day, and we don't have class, so I feel like the professors almost didn't want to give us anything because we weren't having class on Monday. So I just have this feeling in the back of my head that I'm gonna get whacked over the head with homework next week, which isn't fun, and I keep excessively checking the syllabus to make sure I'm not missing anything. So I sped through the glitter headers even faster than normal. I put the green bows on the blue headers. I put the purple stars on the green headers. I put the blue leftover foil I had on the dark purple headers, and then I put some Sticky Essential overlays on the light purple headers that are hollow foil to bring in all 4 foils into this. It worked out perfectly numbers wise with the amount of header overlays I had on each sheet. It was awesome. Here I am putting the last of the blue foil bottom washi overlays that I have at the top. It's just like the twinkle confetti coming down, and I'm gonna make it go all the way across and put a little bit of it across the Thankful Thought box as well. I just thought I wanted it to be extra sparkly and pull in that blue a little bit more because blue was one of the colors that I had the very least of. So I took a flag from the kit and covered it in a underlay box that I had ripped earlier and cut it out so that the flag had foil. Then I put a January script from Rose Colored Days in hollow foil up at the top to mark the month. I am really liking doing that this year. That was something I really missed in my planner last year. Here I'm taking hollow date dots from Whimsical Plans and putting them at the top. For some reason, I use the same, I use hollow the same week out of every month, so I'm missing the same numbers out of every hollow set I have. It's not good, but I really wanted to use the hollow numbers again to kind of give more of that mixed metal look. So moving into the day by day, the first thing I wanted to mark using this patterned fancy label and a fox and cactus girl on the computer was that it was the start of the semester and that the semester started. Also, I'm doing something different this week. I'm going to go through the day by day and just put in the scripts that I already own that are from shops. And then at the end, I'm going to go through and put in all the scripts that I made myself. So you guys can kind of see the difference in how many I do make myself versus how many are from shops in a week. I don't know. I thought that'd be kind of fun and different. You guys will have to let me know how you like that. So below the fancy label, I used a little thing and a fox and cactus laundry basket and a script from the Purple Wiggle to mark doing my laundry. I think Olivia was still having a lot of tummy troubles here, and we had, she threw up on a blanket, and then one day both her and Lucy threw up on a blanket, so I just had to catch up and do some extra laundry this week. Below that, using a rounded quarter box and a car icon from the Purple Wiggle, I marked that my mom went home. Then in the bottom half of the day, using a little thing and a fox and cactus girl in a onesie, I marked that I took a nap. Then in this little cute box with Boo and Mike Wazowski, it's like a computer screen. Those are from Papershire. I'm using them all week to mark my classes. I had 4 of those, Mike and Boo on the computers, and I had class 4 days this week, and it is my favorite thing in this spread. I think it is so cute, and the online class scripts are all going to be from Sticky Essentials for that. Then the last thing I marked with a little thing and a fox and cactus burrito was that I had a burrito for dinner, and that is a custom script from Kinsey's Creations. It has the full fill. Moving into Tuesday, I used a blue squared off box and a fox and cactus Christmas girl. She's in the purple winter colorway, and maybe it's just a holiday girl. Regardless, it's from Fox and Cactus, and the colors worked so well, and that planning time script is from the Purple Wiggle. Below that, I used a Once More with Love Munchkin watching TV and a Kinsey script to mark a Playing With Me binge. Then I used a little thing, another Fox and Cactus girl from that same pajama nap sheet to mark taking another nap. There's a lot of those this week. My depression was pretty bad. I'm going to blame the start of school. Next, I used this little blue foil paw print icon from the Blue Foil Wiggle to mark that Olivia threw up 3 different times that day. It was every other day she'd only thrown up once or twice, but this day it was pretty extensive and they were pretty big, so I really wanted to mark it to keep track of it. Then using this purple foiled fork and knife icon and a custom Kinsey script, I marked having leftovers. And then I marked my online class, which was the last thing I did that night. It is a night class, so after that I pretty much just went to bed, but oh my gosh, I can't get over those little Papershire computers. They are my favorite thing. Moving into Wednesday, January 13th, the first thing I marked using a little thing and these munchkins was that I had therapy. Usually I use a Plan a Hannah therapy script. Wow, that is hard to say. But I wanted to pull in more of that green foil, so I used an appointment script from that sheet. I had already used the planning time and some other scripts from that sheet, so I wanted to try to use some of the scripts that made sense if I could. Below that, using a hexagon from the kit and a Monsters Inc. Boo in her little monster costume doodle from Once More with Love. I marked doing homework. That homework script is from Sticky Essentials, and I marked doing homework the same way all week. So it's a hexagon from the kit, a different character from that Once More with Love sheet, and then a Sticky Essentials homework script. I'm trying to save my voice a little bit and just tell you that those are all going to be from the same places, so that I'm not repeating myself excessively, because it's a lot, and it's a lot to remember, but I love how it's coming out. Then I marked taking another nap with a Fox and Cactus Girl. Below that, in that patterned squared off box, I marked using a purple foiled fork and spoon icon that I made a Hello Fresh dinner. And this was this was the night that they left out my pineapple, and I was posting about it on Instagram. So if you guys are curious about HelloFresh, I'm obsessed with them. Yes, they made a mistake this week, but their customer service is phenomenal. So I will have my referral link down below, and if you sign up, you get a referral link to invite your friends to. So I don't get it because I have a YouTube channel or anything. You get it just for being a customer. So below that, I marked having class again, and this one I really had to cut down to make it fit the space, but oh my goodness, it is so cute. Then I used a fancy label and a pumpkin paper co. I'm not sure if that's Yoda or Baby Yoda sticker, but regardless, and a script sticker from Magical Stickers Co. to mark watching The Mandalorian. Sorry about that, my phone rang, but I was saying that I used that to mark watching part of season 2, actually the majority of The Mandalorian that night. Then below that, using a Whimsical Cat Studio FaceTime sticker, I marked having a watch party with my friend Tyler. Then that little Disney Plus blue TV that is just adorable is from Sweet Tea Plans. I did do my homework and check this week, friends, and we watched Victory. I will finish this voiceover. I've had to record that last 30-second clip 4 times, and I'm just not doing it again because people keep calling me. But what I was saying is we watched Victory through Air Power. I'm going through and watching every Disney movie, every animated Disney movie, and this one was on the list. It turns out it was some type of World War II propaganda movie. Don't recommend. Anyways, moving on. Moving into the top of Thursday, I used a really old Once More with Love sticker of a munchkin in a burrito that I cut like a script off of that was on it. Then I marked doing homework. I am pretty sure I was reading this day. I have a ton of reading this semester, like a ton. It's very intimidating for me, but we will get through it. So I marked that, and then I marked taking a nap with another Fox and Cactus Girl. Like I said, when I'm napping a lot, it usually means that my depression's pretty bad and I'm not feeling great, and this was just one of those weeks where it hit me really hard. But towards the weekend and so far today, I have been feeling a lot better as far as like energy goes, I guess you could say. My energy levels have been better and I haven't been wanting to nap. So moving into the bottom part of Thursday, I used a Coffee Monsters Co. Eeyore sticker to mark that Disney got rid of their annual pass holder program at Disneyland. My little annual pass holder, Disneyland loving heart, is kind of in a panic, and it's really upsetting. So then below that, I cut this curved box, rounded box to fit the space, and use a Whimsical Cat sticker and a script from The Wiggle to mark that I had a date night with Ryan. Then below that, I cut off this squared box and used a Soda Pop Fizz, I think that's the shop name, sticker. It's a White Claw and a piece of pizza from the kit to mark that we had White Claws and pizza. Moving into Friday, the first thing I marked with this blue hexagon, you know what the hexagons mean, is homework, because I am now back in school. So you guys are going to be hearing me say homework a lot, and I am senioritis is real. Plus, it's just, if you know my school situation, you probably wouldn't have very much motivation to give them any of your time or effort either. But I'm trying my best. I am trying my best, friends. It's just really hard to stay positive right now, but I am looking at the good things. So in the bottom half of, did I even say I did homework, nap, and then my last class of the week? Then in the bottom half of Friday, with a little thing, I'm marking leftovers using a green piece of pizza from the green wiggle. Then I'm using this pattern squared off box and some fox and cactus. Like, it's technically a cat couple sheet. Michael and I are like just friends, but the colors worked too well, and we were just like lazy bums and hung out on the couch and watched crappy movies. So the first one we watched is We Can Be Heroes, which is like an extension, I guess. Like, Shark Boy and Lava Girl are growing up, and it's about like the kids' generation. It was so bad. And then we watched The Seventh Son, which is based on a book series that has like 13 books, but the movie was terrible, which makes sense as to why it didn't get a sequel. It was one of the worst movies I've seen in a very long time. I apologize if you like either of those. They're just not my cup of tea. Moving into Saturday, I marked planning with a planned script from Sticky Essentials and another Fox and Cactus Girl. Then I marked doing some more homework because I'm a slave to homework now. And below that, using a munchkin, I marked reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm still trying to finish that book. I was such a Hunger Games fan that I want to like it so bad, but I just don't. Then below that, wait until you see this sticker, friends. I'm gonna have to wait for Planning Me to catch up because she's taking her sweet, sweet time. No, that sticker's gonna get moved. Yeah, you're gonna move it. I am using an SPC Dino sticker. Do you guys remember these? Do you guys remember how... I'm gonna talk a little bit of trash, but these were terrible. Concept is cute. I love dinosaurs, but the coloring of them, they're just terrible. And I didn't pay for these. They got given to me in a rack bag, and this is the first time I have ever used one because it's the first time one has ever matched anything. Oh my god, they're just so hard to use. So yay me for finally finding one that fit. I did have another tanning sticker that I liked better, but I wanted to use this one. And shout out to Ansley, because she and I were talking about these a couple weeks ago. And that tanning script is from Plan a Hannah. Below that, using a Glam Planner Slytherin character, I marked that Tyler bought me a Slytherin blanket. Then in the movie marquee, using a Kisma on the computer, being all emo, I marked Downfall High from Machine Gun Kelly. Oh my god, I had such a cry after watching that. My emo girl heart is obsessed with it. Yes. Also, I randomly worked with a guy once who did the film for that, so kind of awesome. Then below that, I marked finishing The Mandalorian. The script is from Magical Stickers Co., and that Yoda sticker is from Fox and Cactus. Moving into Sunday, the first thing I marked with another Fox and Cactus sticker is that I was in my feelings. I had actually talked to my ex the night before, but I didn't want to mark it, and he is just such an ASS that it just put me in a mood, and he made me feel really worthless again and brought up a lot of emotions, so I marked being in my feelings. Then below that, using a little thing and another Fox and Cactus laundry sticker and a script from the Green Wiggle, I marked that I did my laundry. I was doing my sheets and towels like I do every Sunday, but I forgot it was trash day. You guys will see that. Moving down, I did homework. I used the last character from that Monsters Inc. kit. There was 5 different characters on that sticker sheet. I said kit, sticker sheet. There was 5 different characters, and I did homework 5 different times, so it worked out perfectly. Below that, I marked watching the 3 Caballeros using a Miss Jess Plans TV. Again, don't agree with everything in that film, but I'm just going through them in, chronological order. Then using a Soda Pop Fizz game board, I marked playing Monopoly on the Switch. I was addicted and I could not put it down. Then using that green icon with the film clapper, that is for Fall Out Boy. All 4 of them playing together for the first time in a long time, but I forgot to print the script. Womp womp. And then I used a paper and milk Maru to mark trash that I did not take out. Here I'm starting to put down the scripts that I showed you that I made myself, but I decided it was taking too long to peel them off the sheet and put them down. So I peeled them all off, put them on a blank sheet of sticker paper, and then came and filled them in for you because they're just easier to get up that way. So I get like a gold star for effort, right? This week. And I did forget to put in the scripts on the sidebar, so I accidentally did that off camera because I forgot to, not on the sidebar, on Sunday, the scripts that I didn't make, so I did put those in. So if you glance over there, those are all the ones that I forgot to put in and put in off camera and forgot to hit record. So, YouTuber fail, but one of these days I'll get it right. I just figured it was kind of fun this way. You could see how much I was doing on my own with my own scripts, how much they fill in each week. And I did print double the amount of scripts on that sheet that you saw. Some are a little smaller and some are a little bit bigger, and I chose which ones I wanted based upon the space that I had and which ones I thought fit better. Oh, those movies, as I'm putting in those movie scripts, just like flashbacks. And like the thing is some of the actors in these movies are way better actors than they were in both of these films, so I don't understand. I'm just very confused as to why the director wanted certain things in these movies. They had so much potential to be so much better than they were. It's just always so disappointing. Also, go watch Downfall High. It's on Facebook, which is so bizarre, but you need to see it. If you're into any of that alternative Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, any of that kind of stuff, you need to watch Downfall High because it is great. So moving into the sidebar, I'm marking my workouts for the week, with which I stuck with my 4 Lift 4 workouts, and then I got a bonus workout of walking Lucy this week, so that was really awesome. I really need to work on walking her more. I've been kind of slacking. It's been really busy around here recently because the weather's been nice, and she doesn't do really well with crowds. So then I'm just marking my steps on the bottom. I also forgot to mark my habits on my habit tracker on camera, so when I go into the close-up of at the end, you guys can see those. And I just use little foil bits from the blue and the green wiggle that I had just to kind of pull in more of that foil. Here I'm just putting in the deco. Sticky Essentials kits are a little thin on deco for me, but I kind of cut some of them in half and then used them twice. And I really like how that ended up coming out. Again, I do move some of them off camera so I can let you know which ones that I move when I put them down. So I'm going to move this one right here because I ended up putting it next to something white and it just looked like a big dead space in the end. And I'm going to swap it with this other thing that I haven't put down yet. So when I put it down, I'll let you know. This one. I'm swapping those two. So here I just had cut off the excess that was hanging at the top and flipping through the kit to show you my extras. You get a ton in Sticky Essentials, big kits, and here we are in the close-up so you can see the mixed metal on some of the boxes. You can see my habits filled in there as I'm showing you, and just everything in fine detail. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more from me, I'd really appreciate it if you stick around and hit subscribe, because I'm really trying to build my channel this year. It's one of my big 2020 goals, as this is a hobby of mine. It's just kind of a fun goal, and I'd really appreciate any help I can get. So any type of thumbs up or comment or somebody hitting subscribe does help me reach my goals, and I am forever grateful to all of you who watch my videos. I just have so much fun, and they're such an outlet for me every week. So I enjoy filming them for you, and I will see you in my next one. But here I'm just showing you that I switched those two just to make sure you guys see it in the final. But that's it. Bye, friends.